I'm here at IBA and I will teach you how to ace your IBA's interview without sounding like a ChatGPT response. And I'm Hamna. I did accountings and I am doing accountings and finance from IBA. And let me tell you how I aced my interview. And no, it was not saying my biggest weakness is perfectionism. Actually, you know what? The biggest mistake people make while giving their interview is they try to sound so perfect. For example, hello, my name is Hamna and I am great at doing this. Like they're just reading like a script. Brother, you are giving a university interview, not being the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. You just have to be present in the moment. Okay? डर सबको लगता है, nervous सब होते हैं, and the interviewer knows that. You just have to fake it till you make it. That's it. Just okay. You have to perform. Interview is something you have to really act on. You have to fake your confidence. You have to. I'm not saying fake your personality. I'm not saying fake your story. Own your story. Be really honest about yourself because they can see through you. अगर आप ये फेक कर रहे हो ना कि आप फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आप कुछ ऐसी बात बोल रहे हो जो कि आप नहीं हो, वो ये देख सकते हैं. बट फेकिंग योर कॉन्फिडेंस मीन्स यू हैव टू control your nervous system. You have to keep reminding yourself that's just another interview. That's just a routine thing that I do. And what will make you more confident in this thing, like thinking that is just something routine thing, is practicing. Practice. कैमरा के सामने बोलो, जैसे मैं अभी बोल रही हूँ. शीशे के सामने खड़े होकर बोलो, अपने बहन भाइयों को तंग करो. Really have to be present in the moment. Okay. उसके बाद you have to, यार एक चीज़ है कि अगर फॉर एग्जाम्पल इवन इफ़ यू वर ऑन अ गैप ईयर या आपका बैकग्राउंड डिफरेंट है, they're gonna annoy you a lot. They annoyed me a lot on this thing because I was a pre-medical student. I did my O levels and then I did intermediate, say, and they were like, how will you survive in this thing? Like there's so much competition. Why did you come here? How will you survive? That is the only question they really annoyed me on, and I was just confident about my reply. वो मुझसे बार बार ये सवाल कर रहे थे लाइक बीच में, और मैं उनको एक ही जवाब दे रही थी. एंड आई वाज सेइंग इट विद सो मच काम. लाइक मैं ऐसा भी शो नहीं कर रही थी कि मैं अनॉय हो रही हूँ. ऑब्वियसली अगर वो मुझसे एक सवाल 10 दफ़ा पूछेंगे तो मैं भी इंसान हूँ, अनॉय तो होंगी. बट आई वाज शोइंग इट एज कि इट्स जस्ट समथिंग आई एम जस्ट रिप्लाइंग अगेन एंड अगेन. And I was making sure that I'm honest about my answer. Because the thing is कि अगर फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं शुरू में बोलती कि ये वाला है और फिर वो मुझसे थोड़ी देर बाद वही सवाल पूछते, मैं घबरा कर कुछ और जवाब दे देती. तो बिकॉज लाइंग विल मेक यू नर्वस ऑब्वियसली. अगर आपकी बातें कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट नहीं कर रही ना, तो दैट्स अ बिग प्रॉब्लम. सो यू नीड टू. आई न्यू वाई I came into this field. I even took a gap year. So I just really knew my story and I owned up to my story. Even though it was not something extraordinary या कुछ. तो एक ये बात है कि first of all you have to fake your confidence. You have to own your story. You cannot lie about yourself. You have to practice a lot, and you have to have अच्छा. Do not lie about your hobbies at all. Even if you lie about reading a book, they're gonna ask you the author of the book, they're gonna ask you the summary of a book, they will know. Certain questions they might ask you are via IBA. And do not answer with, because it's a great university. They already know it. You have to sell yourself, right? Remember? So you really have to answer something like unique. Come up with something really great. For example, you can also say maybe अब तो ये बहुत common हो गया है, but alumni network. We have a great alumni network. Also, or maybe you saw someone's journey. Maybe your cousin studied at IBA. Maybe they're like search about people who started from IBA and they have like a great career trajectory, and that kind of inspired you. That they're gonna ask you why would IBA choose you, and you cannot come up with generalized answers. That's not, you have to have a unique selling point that will really stand you out, and that is the whole point. You have यार 1000 बच्चा है जो के इंटरव्यू दे रहा होगा probably, I don't know the figures, but yeah, and वो आपको क्यों सेलेक्ट करेंगे उन सारे बच्चों में से? What is there in you that they will select you? Think about that. You have time to think about that अभी. और उसके बाद yeah, what are your hobbies? As I said before, do not lie about it. Talk about your hobbies only if you're like really passionate about it. Talk about football. Talk about cooking if you're into cooking. Talk about reading. Talk about painting. But only if you are really into it. You really have to be like confident. Okay, so उन्होंने कुछ भी पूछ सकते हैं. उन्होंने मुझसे ना ये पूछ लिया था कि tell us accounting की definition, finance की definition. They also asked me the syllabus. So open up the website, learn about the syllabus. Also, you guys can also DM me. Okay, I'm gonna put my handle here, and if I forget, it's _ Hamna, HAMNAHARIF. Yeah, same DP as YouTube के. खैर तो yeah, also I remember there was this guy and he said he's into singing, and they were like, okay, sing us a song. That is what I'm talking about. Confidence. They see how confident you are, and whether you're lying or not. So even if अगर आपको दिल ना कर रहा हो, just still do it, whatever they're asking. Even if they're asking you to dance, just show them few moves. खैर तो ये हो गया. और your first impression matters a lot. That is one thing that will set up the entire environment. Knock the door before you enter. You're gonna ask him, may I come in? Spend as a better, you should ask, may I come in? Do not wear something very casual. Do not go in t-shirts and pants. That's not how it's supposed to be. No matter how cool you want to dress up, semi-formal dressing होनी चाहिए. ना ज़्यादा formal, ना बहुत casual. Semi-formal. Or listen to me. Nobody has it figured out. I did not. I know my friends didn't. I know my sister, my cousins didn't. मुझे याद है जब मैं अपनी cousin और अपनी बहन की दादी करा रही थी, they were as nervous as you are right now. So listen up. It's okay. You just have to take a deep breath. You have to know that you're amazing and you're gonna ace it. You just have to be confident. You have to practice a lot, and you have to own your own story and make the entire interview feel like a conversation. That's it. कुछ रट कर नहीं जाना. कुछ points हैं जो कि you should remember, main points that you should really know, but कुछ ऐसा रट्टा फाइल वाला सीन नहीं. That's the most important thing. Okay? So you got this, buddy. You really got this.